Two best friends, both alike in dignity.
Nurturing phantoms and courting the muse.
The hag divines when something must die.
Yes, that was Poog.
But this is huge.
The ego loves to seek,
but never to find. It was Berlant
and Novak
the whole time. Hello. You've been traveling. I'm still in the same suitcase that I've been in for months.
Wait,
I've not been back to LA since whenever I left LA. Remember?
Where were we
went
together?
To New York,
I can't
then
remember.
I went to
anything.
London.
Oh, London, right?
London, Paris, and then came back to the East Coast, and then I took a trip to Hudson, and then so on. I'm still on the East Coast, and the laugh is there's something about people knowing where you are at a given time that is just one of the few bastions remaining.
Oh, yeah.
Of potential, to not have them know.
Yeah.
Potential sense of privacy.
Totally.
I mean, privacy.
Well, something amazing about also, I know.
What is it?
I could never tell you.
Oh, look, there's Vicks all over my arm. Okay.
Being out of town, because I'm in Chicago right now.
Yeah.
And
in a hotel from which I've recorded Poog.
Yeah. Shout out to the Viceroy.
Yeah.
And something about, so someone, hey, are you in town? Whatever. It's like, I'm in Chicago. It's a way of being like, not only am I not in LA, I'm not in New York. I'm in Chicago. So it's not happening. And by the way, I'm leaving tomorrow. It's a brief trip. By the way, the carry-on. I did the carry-on. I did 2 weeks in Europe. I did 2 weeks in Europe in the carry-on. It will have been a full 3-week trip, the carry-on.
And?
Brought an extra blouse. I keep calling a button-up a blouse instead of a button-up.
Depends. Is it silken and
No, it's a button-up.
feminine?
I'm accidentally calling it a blouse when it's a button-up.
Button down.
Button down.
No?
Button up. Button down.
Yeah, it's a button down shirt.
Yeah.
A button up shirt. I don't know, man. I could be wrong.
It's a button down.
But what I've done is I've gone to rogue yoga classes.
Wow.
Which is wild after not moving. To just be in a town and go to the local yoga shop. Go, hey, I'll have to do a mat rental.
Oh, wow. And you said you loved it.
It's hard though in there not to do the classic to over fucking reach because you go, I can get my foot up there. Why don't I just get it up there and figure it out later?
You gotta be careful.
It's huge. It's ego.
Well, guess what?
It's a lot of things.
I've gone to the hotel gym 2 days in a row. I haven't done much. 20 minutes on the elliptical. In there with the girls at 8 a.m.
The movement of the elliptical.
It's very, it's very 90s.
It was such a revelation when it first came out. I feel like they were like, yeah, you're not a mouse on a treadmill anymore. You know, you're not a mouse on a wheel anymore.
Your knees are safe. Yeah.
Now you're like arcing. You're like
the water.
arcing in these.
In these snowshoes. Yeah.
But it's an odd movement that does it connect to movement in any way?
It does.
It at all like running?
Yeah, it is.
It?
I have to say, I did 20 minutes yesterday. I did 20 minutes today. And it feels...
I'm laughing thinking about the sensation of when I would switch to going backwards on that thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I feel a little pathetic on it. Like, there were the treadmills and there were 2 women on them. They're serious and I'm the pussy. Like, I'm the elderly pussy who's like...
No.
But was I pouring sweat? No. Did I break a sweat? Yeah. Good enough for me.
I was struggling with a towel. I purchased a towel in class. You know, it's just such a luxury to be a rogue at a yoga studio and go, yeah, give me one of those.
How much? $5?
Mandukas.
That seems a lot.
No, Kate. I'm talking about a towel you bring home with you.
Oh.
It's like $45.
Oh my God. A yoga towel?
Because like one day I was slipping around in there because it's hot yoga.
Oh, it's hot yoga.
Slipping around on the thing. So I go, oh, okay, got to go with the thin towel, the microfiber kind of towel, resting on the thing. And then, you know, like classic back in the day, the pros like sprinkle it down at the top of class because it needs to get a little moist to get kind of stick to the mat. Yeah. But I didn't really quite do that. So then I was in this place where...
Oh my God, sorry. My hotel TV is going off. It's exciting for color.
She's from Jamaica, so...
I finally...
What can I say?
Sorry. Oh, is it... Oh.
What happened?
I don't know. This is actually fun. I think this is exciting for the episode with Bobby Flay coming in the background. Well, guess what? I learned how to air cast, but that's different.
Oh my God.
But...
Bobby's unbeatable.
But wait. slipping around and sliding around on the mat. Well,
And then having
Jacqueline,
to
I don't know.
ditch.
I saw something. I don't know who posted this, but it really upset me. It was someone talking about skin, and they were like, avoid the steam, the sauna, and like hot workout classes like the plague for aging skin. And I was like, what?
And their credentials were
that they exist on my feed, and I
that
don't
they
remember
passed
who they
across
were.
your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, I mean,
but the slipping
yeah.
and the sliding, I'm craving it. I can't believe we're both doing Rogue. Yeah, after not, I mean, walking around Europe. I mean, there was a day in Rome. I never looked at my step count. It's over 17,000. Although, as we know, when I was in Paris, I clocked 22,000 in my Merrills. But
But then I bought the Manduka. This is the chaos.
okay.
I bought the Manduka and bring it in for the hot class. I go in, I lay it down. I try to do some cupping of water from the bathroom. Don't want to waste my drinking water. And sprinkle. It's like there's a very specific thing that needs to happen for the humidity to get to the point where it soaks the towel in the right way that it just sticks. But it was like, so now I'm in like downward dog slipping on a totally dry towel. Worse. So I had to move to the mat to kick it around. And then I'm like bringing it back, trying to get the drops of, it was, it's an age old question. I always say managing because also here's what I got to say. Warrior. Okay.
Warrior. Yeah.
Let's get real. I'm like, is it the hardest pose?
Wait, this is huge. So you're saying it's difficult, right? You're saying it's challenging. I did a random, fell into Warrior.
And I know there's a few of them. I was like,
my heart started pounding.
Like I was in Warrior 1 being like, now some of it was this question of sort of the foot where the back foot and press into the outside edge of the foot.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I kind of felt like, they're like, and Warrior, we're going to go to Warrior 1. By the way, anytime they say, let's go into Warrior 2, there's always a spirit
That's
of like,
where the front arm goes up.
The classic.
Yeah, where it goes back.
They're like, and
reverse,
the classic.
Yeah.
Like there's something like it almost feels like Warrior 2 is like, they're like, and you know it, you love it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And so then, I don't know, I'm always dissatisfied with what I see when I glance across my fingertips into the mirror. It's not what I think that Warrior 2 should look like from the side or from the front. Do you know what I'm saying? It feels like you feel like you're
fully back.
Line.
Yeah, exactly. And you're not.
And then you're like, what? I don't know. But I hadn't gone into some of those poses in a while. It was sort of fun.
I'm convinced that yoga will save me this summer.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you're thinking new ass by
Christmas.
If your dog could talk, it'd beg for Ollie, a fresh whole food diet. It's not just delicious. It can add 2.5 extra years to your pup's life. That's more tail wags, more adventures, more time with your best friend.
You fill out Ollie's 30-second quiz, and they create a customized meal plan based on your pup's weight, activity level, and other health information. You get expert recommendations. Ollie will crunch the numbers and recommend the right recipes and daily portions for your precious little angel based on hundreds and thousands of real dog results.
Dogs deserve the best, and that means fresh, healthy food. Head to ollie.com/hags and tell them all about your dog. And use code HAGS to get 60% off your welcome kit when you subscribe today. Plus, they offer a clean bowl guarantee on the first box, so if you're not completely satisfied, you'll get your money back. That's OLLIE.com/hags and enter code HAGS to get 60% off your first box. I hope they start making Ollie for cats. I'll definitely be interested.
What was I finding? It was really fun to be in a yoga class after not having been for a while. I was like, I had one absolutely just explosive class with a woman who was unbelievable.
Wow.
Next level. Occasionally you have them. It's like the music was, it's like they're leading you. God, who am I? Okay.
Well, I have what
I'm putting out in the world, just free, like I went to yoga.
Yeah, no, that's okay. That is, listen, I have a
sorry, guys.
I have a recap. I need to make amends and say that this last London trip, I had amazing food. And listen, I was a little snob. I was in London for a while. I had some bad luck with some restaurants. I went back. I was completely reborn. The hags, by the way, many hags were like, go get the burger at the Plimsoll. Okay, I have a story for you of, imagine this, flying from Los Angeles to London, arriving in London, okay, feeling crazy, right? Tired, whatever.
Damn.
It was like, okay, stay awake, hunger. And it was like, you know what? Let's go to this place, the Plimsoll. Hags are talking about it. It's supposed to have an amazing burger. Get on the subway. Okay, it's like a 15-minute walk to the subway. Take the subway. Then it's a walk to the restaurant. Get there. I walk in. It's packed. I get in. I go, something's wrong. I don't smell burgers. I don't see what's going on. I don't smell food. I don't see food. I go up to them. They go,
kitchen closed and cleaned hours ago.
They go, oh, our kitchen today, their kitchen on the weekend closes at 5 o'clock. Can you imagine, Jacqueline? Imagine that. Sit with that. Imagine that. You've just been on an airplane. You were already hungry. So I start to...
In this day and age, okay, where people don't cook, kitchens need to be open later than they ever had been. Okay, it can't be going the other way.
Well, by the way, 5 o'clock kitchen close on a weekend. How would I ever know that unless I lived down the street?
Booze drinks.
Exactly. No, I know.
They're prioritizing the drinking crowd.
I guess so. And I was heartbroken. I almost wanted to do really? Like as if they're going to turn on the fryer for me or whatever.
Open the kitchen for you? Yeah.
Okay, so then imagine this.
It's classic.
So then I go,
you always think that the kitchen should open back up for you.
So then listen to this. So then I go, okay, we get back on the subway. Listen, I know this is crazy. There's supposed to be amazing pizza. It's in a pub. It's called Wenlock Arms. It's supposed to be, I've seen the photos. I went with a friend, but we didn't eat. I saw the pizzas with my own eyes. They look fucking fabulous. We get on a subway again. We arrive at Wenlock Arms. It's fucking slammed. It's Saturday. I go, let's just face it. Listen, I submit to the idea of waiting, okay? I got chips on the way, so I wouldn't completely keel over.
Do you mean French fries?
No, Jacqueline, I'm American.
Okay, I was checking.
Potato chips.
You were like, I got chips on the way.
No.
And I was
I got a bag of chips. I got a bag of chips. And I passed many flats on the way there.
Yeah, you took the subway there and you got a bag of chips.
Yeah. And then, so imagine this. Walk into Wenlock Arms. It's slammed. Person in front of me orders. It's my turn. Can I, at that exact moment, it sounds like I'm exaggerating. I swear I'm not. Sold out. At the moment that I get to order, someone slaps sold out. And I go, oh, is just that one pizza sold out? They go, no, we're totally sold out.
Oh God.
Are you tracking this? So at that point I start to go, oh my God. Like the hunger, it's starting to feel personal. It's starting to feel like there's no way out.
This is where you have to, okay, well, keep telling me.
Okay, but here's the good news. It has a happy ending.
Your approach.
It has a happy ending. Because at that point I had to throw up my arms and laugh. Because that's the kind of thing that would ordinarily send me like crying maybe because of the hunger. But this is also when a snack really helps. The chips really did help. Okay, so then I recall, I walked by a place
chips
last time I was in London called Fran's. It's a couple blocks over. Jacqueline, imagine this. Look into Fran's, kind of unpretentious, cute Italian restaurant. They're pretty packed. It's Saturday night. I walk in, I go, hi, don't have a reservation. Is there any chance? What's the wait for a table of 2? The waiter smiles at me in a way. It's very sweet. And I was like, oh, like he was sweet. He was cute. I was like, oh, he's like, oh, I clearly flustered, like, cause they're slammed. He's like, there might be a little bit of a wait, whatever. I was like, sorry, I just flew in and I couldn't help myself. I'm so sorry. I just got off a plane from Los Angeles. Like, who fucking cares?
So ridiculous.
So hungry, I'm just so hungry.
Funny.
And then
that you think like
I know
that you think you're the one traveling woman in the world. It's just amazing.
I know. And so then guess what? He's a hag.
There we go.
He eventually, because there was an extra friendliness, there was an extra something.
Yeah.
And then he was like, he's American. And he was like, I came to your show at Largo, whatever. And then, no. This was so brilliant. He said, because I was going to this whole thing, launching into how hungry I am, And he goes, I've been trying to find a way to work into the conversation that I work nights. Mic drop.
I was just about to say, I was just about to go, because this is what I was guessing when you go, I go, will he be genius if he goes like, sweetie, I get it. You work nights. Come right this way, and I'm a hag. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm tragically forgetting his name because he had an unusual name, but it was like the name was almost like a word. Like it wasn't Wenlock, obviously, but it was like
wedlock. Is that what you said?
Adams.
Oh,
it was,
right,
like,
right.
It was like Wenlin or something. I don't know.
That's nice.
But the point is, I know I just made that up, Wenlin.
Yeah.
But the point is, we sat down. We had a great
My
meal.
son, Windjammer.
By the way,
Sorry.
the service was exquisite. It was so great. And then that's really all. But I just really have to say, London, Rita's had an astonishing Japanese breakfast at Koya in Soho. I was really, the Plimsoll, it was one of the best burgers. Are you ready for this? That I've ever had. And I'm going to say that again. That I've ever had.
Damn.
And there was a hag there
you
too.
were super rude about. You said that a couple of the sweet spots that people are like, these are the places you got to go. We're not the best. And you posted your grizzled meat and, and then, but you also had already discussed having one of the greatest meals of your life as well. So I think you were on pretty good terms.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I am curious, where did you eat in Italy, if I may?
Oh, honey. Well, first of all, I have something controversial to say. So I live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Okay, listen to me. You're coming from Los Angeles. You're coming from New York. Okay, so this was the dirtiest. This was the most. This was me and my partner cackling, evil, laughing.
Right, being like the truth.
We go.
Forbidden thoughts.
It's not as we go. It's no mozza.
No. At what, like the
Mozza,
best?
Shout out Nancy Silverton. Yeah,
the best restaurant.
Okay, here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say.
Something? Yeah,
I had truly the best carbonara, and I'm not a huge carbonara person, but I had the best carbonara of my life. That really was like really fucking special. And here's the thing: when you're eating in Italy, it is like you are swept up in the fact that you are in Italy. Everything just inherently tastes better, is more interesting, something, right? And there are like the differences of like, I had the most incredible artichoke dishes were going crazy. But something interesting is going on in Italy, and everyone fucking talks about this, and I'm so sorry to fall into this category of person who's doing this, but why am I never hungover? Why is my stomach never hurting? I'm eating pasta every meal. I'm having Aperol spritzes. Like I'm drinking every day. I'm having Aperol spritzes every evening, pasta every day, and I'm just like,
feel great.
No stomach pain. Yeah, like just fine. It's just, and they say it's because it's it's better.
The ingredients.
The quality. But the ingredients. But it was, I did discover.
Evilly at, and you're not going to say, but like,
do
you want to call out any of the places you loved?
Yeah.
You can't say the one that you didn't
drawing
think was
a
good.
blank.
You're not allowed.
No. They were all really great.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I'm sure every fucking American, it's like, the travel's there. It's like, well, Piatto Romano, fantastic. I don't speak goddamn Italian. I always want to say it the Spanish pronunciation, like Cesare. Cesare. I'll put it somewhere. That's where I had the mind-blowing carbonara. And the most beautiful, I'm not a big amaro head because it's always too sweet.
Yeah.
The waitress was like, I was like, how about some amaro at the end of the meal? Because the carbonara knocked me off my ass, okay? And she was like, here's some unfiltered Roman amaro. Holy shit. But there was a reason I was saying that.
I can get into those after a meal when it's Italian. I used to be like a limoncello I decided it was at one point. And these other ones, these local ones, like the Ischia, it was the rucolino or something. It was like the rucola-based Ischia. Like,
that sounds amazing.
It was, yeah. I would just always say rucola. And then bring me out one time as a gag, he brought me out with just like, arugula leaves in the glass as a gag because I always said the wrong thing. No. Oh my God. That's amazing. Or as restaurant in Ischia. To have that connection. Some hags have made the pilgrimage. That's amazing. Well, as we were drinking the Amaro, I go, I'm going to make, this is my new life now. I go, brewing. I was like, listen, not every restaurant, but a special place where they're serious about food and wine. Check out the Amaro list. Have a little fun. It's very high alcohol content. Also learned. That's why they only give you a little bit. It's like, but but I discovered it's a liqueur, right? It's a liqueur, yes. Big news, Kate. Big Father's Day sale coming up on Cozy Earth. Now, I don't traditionally get my father gifts, but you know who I do get gifts for when the menswear sales come around? Me. Right. That's right. Little life hack. Father's Day means Novak's getting a new crew neck sweater. You know what I'm
I hear
saying?
that.
They got the all-day tee. It's an everyday essential with naturally breathable fabric. This tee ensures that Novak stays cool and comfortable all day long. And of course, we've spoken about them before, the bamboo sheets.
Oh, I mean, these sheets, I'm telling you, this is a gift. These bamboo sheets, they are luxurious, they are soft. I moan when I get into them.
They naturally wick away heat and moisture from your body, helping you sleep several degrees cooler. And you know they say sleeping cooler is like one of the keys to health. Well,
Yeah.
Cozy Earth helps you, your father, and anyone else who enjoys Father's Day sales sleep cooler longer. I'm thrilled to be partnering with Cozy Earth on Father's Day and every day because the stuff's quality. Cozy Earth makes comfort that lasts, and this Father's Day, he deserves it. Go to cozyearth.com and use code HAGS for up to 40% off all men's apparel.
In Paris, a huge new announcement of a new cocktail obsession. In Paris, had some great food. Shout out to, again, don't speak a goddamn word of French, Bistro de Tournelle. I guess I'm going to humiliate myself.
What's the cocktail?
Kir Royale. Are you familiar?
No.
So it's like, I think of it as like what like ladies who lunch drink on Easter or something. Like it's a very weird, kind of excessively expensive, like it's champagne. Kir Royale is
I'm looking it up.
I think it's a liqueur. It comes in a round bottle. You'd see it. It's like kind of a top shelf, like all it fucking is champagne with some of that dripped in. So it turns it into this beautiful burgundy color. You guys, it was fucking, I was like, wait.
Holy shit.
This is what this is. And I start spinning. I was like, this is divine.
Wait, what's Chambord?
That's something else.
All right, no, because I'm just looking at under, I'm seeing people are Googling about Kir Royale Chambord. And I'm going, tell me more. What does that mean? God, it's so pretty. Nothing like a pink drink.
Am I wrong about the bottle of what Kir Royale is? I thought Kir Royale.
No, I think, let me see what this is.
I want to look up what's a bottle of, how much is a
See,
bottle?
look, Chambord.
What?
Maybe,
okay, so by the way,
maybe
I'm
Chambord is Kir Royale?
Oh my God, Jacqueline, I'm the fool. Is that what, that's what a Kir Royale is? I am completely stunned.
What were you saying it was?
Podcasts to learn.
Oh.
I thought Kir Royale was
Kir Royale is the cocktail made with Chambord.
Oh my God.
But
well,
wait.
It's not even that expensive. Oh, wow. Look at this shit. $170. Okay, so I guess some of the Chambord is really expensive.
Technically, I'm talking about it. Yeah, but they're specifying. See, technically, I'm talking about... See, someone's saying, can you use Chambord? And I don't need to say it, so have fun laughing.
Yeah, have fun, everyone.
Because if I'm like, it's Chambord, and they're like, it's one of those things where it's actually chambered, you know?
Chambord. Yeah. Well, because I'm seeing it here for like $25, and I'm seeing it up to $170.
What are the ingredients of a Kir Royale? Creme de cassis and champagne, Kate?
Is creme de cassis what Chambord is?
And no, that's what a Kir Royale is. And then...
A Kir Royale is Chambord.
There's a Chambord Kir Royale. Okay, hold on. Let's get clear here. Okay, there's Kir Royale, and then there's the Chambord Kir Royale.
Crystal clear.
I know. So, it looks like...
I should have asked, and I intend to.
Yeah, a Chambon bubbly. A Chambon bubbly is a Chambord Kir Royale. Okay, but the Kir Royale recipe only comprises creme de cassis and champagne served in a flute. The Kir Royale cocktail is a famous cocktail in France. It has a perfect combination of bubbly bites.
It was so.
You know what I got? You know what I got into in this last month? I probably had about 4 of them. Shout out Stephen Phillips Horst. The Last Word.
Oh, yeah. What the hell is that? That's a cocktail?
Yeah.
Stop.
Why? Because it's a great name?
Yeah, and just, I never heard of such a thing.
Okay, you ready? So it's gin, green chartreuse, maraschino liqueur.
Oh, wow.
And fresh lime juice. Oh, and there was a...
On ice, served up?
I mean, I don't know what they did back there, but it looked... It's not on ice. It was in a little... I'll show you what it looked like. And there was one of those cherries in it. Okay.
Oh my God. Okay,
But it tastes
oh my God, it looks
very-
gorgeous.
I guess chartreuse.
gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a really lovely color.
Oh, see, these are the
And-
cocktails. So this is from the 1910s. The cocktails
Yeah,
from the
so here we
1910s
go.
are so strong. They're crazy.
Because to me, chartreuse is not a big part of my life. Okay.
Of course
But
not.
this is the way in for me because it tastes
Buzzardo
like,
maraschino is a hugely slept on.
yes, which is
item.
actually in one of my favorite cocktails, as we all know, Dad Vibes at Crossroads in Los Angeles.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
that very particular cherry is in there. And oh my God, yeah.
Well,
See,
I'd like
I
to
love
say
this.
shout out to the Martinez, which I believe is one of, this sounds weird to go, it's the first cocktail, but it was like, there's something about it historically. Like it was like the one. They were like, imagine, like, this is what a cocktail is. And has that in it. Anyway,
Wait,
but also
this
I'm
intrigues
over
me.
champagne flutes. I used to insist on a champagne flute. Something about the champagne
For
flute now.
champagne or
The
any
Cure
cocktail?
Royales at this gorgeous restaurant in Paris, they served it in a wine glass, in a short
Yeah.
wine glass with a short
well, if
stem,
they're making
very
it in
chic.
Chambord, that's probably why. I mean, because I don't know, that doesn't make sense. But I just mean they were freed from the original.
Yeah.
See, this is exciting. A well-known cocktail in ancient Greece was named. Never occurred to me. A cocktail is a mixed drink, usually alcoholic. Okay.
Well,
right?
that's for sure. Yeah.
Usually it's a combination of one or more spirits mixed with other ingredients such as juices, syrups, tonic water, shrubs, and bitters. God, what can I say? I find the poetry of a cocktail. Okay. Exciting. You know, like,
Hey,
I guess
I want to
the
have that
poetry
cocktail.
of a drink.
Were you making these cocktails the last word? Where'd you guys get them?
No. I was getting them at a couple of the local bars I like to haunt.
Mm.
And then what was the other thing that Steven was like, you guys don't know, Lily and Steven's Celebrity Book Club. Celebrity.
Sure they do.
Sure you do. But great podcast,
Best.
great
The
people.
best. The best people.
And then he was also like, he got something with gin and he was like, he like looked at the waiter. He was like, some very simple gin cocktail, you know. And then he was like, can it be monkey?
Oh, Monkey
Okay.
47 or whatever?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
but he just said monkey.
Wow. Wow.
And it was
That's
fucking
a pro.
cool.
That's a pro.
I was like,
That's
whoa.
hot.
And then I was like, should I get monkey in mine? You know, like, because
Yeah,
mine's
yeah.
a gin based one. And then I was like, yeah, I'll get monkey in mine. Okay. And I looked over it. This is why you love me. Okay. Because I
Monkey's
looked over to
intense.
Steven.
Yeah.
Because he goes almost like, sure. You know, like funny, like,
Yeah.
because like it costs more. And I go, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was prepared. And then he goes like, first of all, it's not the drink to get it in because it's a mixed cocktail. It's not like you're not really going to taste the
Yeah.
monkey necessarily.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I still say, hey, why not? Right.
Sure.
But anyway, I go like, and the waiter leaves, and then like, maybe the waiter doubted me too, you know, almost like, you sure you know what you're getting into, sweetheart, you know? And then I look at Steve and I go like, how much is it? Like, you know, how much is that going to cost? Whatever. And he was like, I don't know, like 13 or like, you know, something like whatever, like
Yeah,
that.
standard.
How much more is it going to cost or whatever?
Oh, 13
and I go,
more?
And I go, yeah.
Whoa.
I'm sure the cocktail's like freaking like 18 or something. It's a hotel, you know.
And then
whatever.
an additional 13 for monkey?
I actually don't remember.
Okay.
Right. Because whatever he said, because I go, but the point for you is that I go, I had accepted,
50.
because like I go,
Yeah.
get whatever I'm getting. I go, if it's 100, I won't blink. Okay. I'm like, I'll work nights. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like, I was like, I accept like anything below whatever I'm willing to. One time my dad was at a restaurant and they did like he orders one kind of wine, you know, one bottle of wine basically. And then they say that one's out and they recommend another one. They go that it's comparable and then they bring it. And that wine was like $300 when
Oh my God.
the one he had ordered was like 40. And it was
Yeah.
like, at the end,
Don't fuck
that's
us.
unacceptable.
Don't you fuck us. Well, I feel like we've talked about this on Poog because my dad, my mom, and I went out. This is like 10 years plus ago to this restaurant for her birthday. And she ordered a glass of champagne. I was like, do you have a champagne by the glass? Sure, I'll take one of those. She ordered 2 of them. I ordered 1. We got the bill. Each fucking glass was, I'm not exaggerating here, $50, something like that.
Wow.
For a glass. And it was like, do not fuck
And how much would be in a
us.
single bottle? And
Exactly.
like
4.5
like,
glasses.
At that point, you go, are you sure you wouldn't like a bottle because Have you noticed what the
because
glass prices are?
Exactly.
Like, it's one thing when they're up pushing the bottle for no reason. It's like when you know exactly what you want, or you don't want to, because sometimes you just know what you want. Like, you know, you want your particular favorite glass of wine, and you do not wish to be even involved in the romance of the group choosing one. And that's, you know, there are times. There are absolutely times.
Sure.
All right, folks. I was very excited about Duckbill. I begged for a membership. I resist doing things like calling and booking appointments. And so I was using Duckbill predominantly to say, hey, can you find me this doctor to do this? And they go and they handle that. And it's just the kind of thing that I resist doing. And so, yes, I'm pretty excited about Duckbill. What do? They handle all sorts of things like booking appointments, waiting on hold, dealing with insurance, coordinating travel, finding deals, shopping for gifts for that one person that you just can't figure it out for. Duckbill serves as an executive assistant for your personal life. You're not doing some kind of hiring job to make this happen. You just sign up for the service and you start asking it to do things, and you see how it does them, and you give feedback if there's an issue, but you just get it done, and they get it done for you. Huge news is that listeners can get 50% off their first 2 months with the code, you know it, HAGS. I highly recommend you give Duckbill a shot, see how it works out for you, get creative in seeing the kinds of things you can ask it to help you with. So go to getduckbill.com. This is really worth checking out.
In London, I reignited my love affair with taking the bus. I was taking the bus, and
I'm picturing a double decker.
Well, honey, because it was a double decker.
Yeah. A couple
times, climbed right to the top. It's like a roller coaster, front row. Whoa, looking out. Can't believe this is people's just normal commute. It's like a, but a bus. Because anyway, there's nothing, but I had a love affair with it.
How did you get the information you needed / could you just pay with your phone? Was it one of those?
Well, guess what? Credit card. And this is how it's changed now. So much you can tap, and this is New York too, right? You just can tap a fucking credit card. It's like,
or your phone.
Yeah, or get on your phone. That's even a step too far for me.
See, that's almost, to me, I mean, it's one step less. You don't have to pull the card out.
Oh God, you're good.
Right?
Something about double click with the phone hovering it there. I can't explain it.
No, I understand that. Well, you prefer an old
Yeah.
Or I guess you're still tapping. You're still tapping.
I still insert sometimes for olden days.
I do too. Sometimes, like, mentally, it's rare, but occasionally, if it's giving me shit really the other way, I go, I know what you want.
Well, Emma,
I know what you're begging for, machine.
Are you
want to remember what it used to be like?
I know. I've had a lot of self-checkout. I had a self-checkout freeze up in Paris. Was so thirsty, needed water, went in, don't speak French, used the self-checkout, and it was just devastating. And I go, oh, I couldn't figure it out. I go to the thing, the woman speaking to me in French is just, je suis désolée, je ne parle pas français. I give her the, like, and there I saw an old guy struggling with the self-checkout, and I was like, this is unbelievable. And then yesterday in Chicago, I saw there was a guy there with the self-checkout, and I could tell he was frustrated, and because it was like, wait for someone's coming to help you or whatever.
Well, yeah, that's where we all get furious.
And I saw him looking, like waiting for the person. I look at him, I just shake my head. I go, can you believe this? He goes, I know.
Yeah, no,
I know. That's
some of the lowest hanging fruit of seeking community we have these days is to be mutually dissatisfied with the self-checkout.
Well, as we know.
And I mean that well. Lowest hanging fruit is not an insult.
No, it means it's right there for the taking.
It's not an insult. It's called lunch. It's called lunch. Yeah.
It's called free lunch. It's right there, and it's ruby red, fruit, juicy, ready to be plucked. We'll never forget, in a recent episode, I talked about how at our Ralph's self-checkout, I told the woman I was going to kill myself.
Oh, right.
I felt so... You helped me, actually. You said, if something feels really hard like that, it's like, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Oh, you said instead... I go, yeah, change it because you're saying I can't do this, and it's going, I don't want to do this, is actually the truth, right?
Yeah.
You know, or I don't want to figure this out or whatever. And then I think you get to that truth and then you're in a different place.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know what I had for the first time in my fucking life?
What?
I guess I'm still not sure. Acid reflux, heartburn. I don't know. Okay.
Wait, Jacqueline. You know, I had acid reflux for the first time in the last year. I thought something was so horribly wrong. I had a full, and then I literally just took one Prilosec, and I was completely fine. And I thought that, like, I was like, this is my life now. Like, my intestines, something's horribly wrong. Prilosec.
Hysterical. No, so it's like just so typical. So I'm just keep glancing over like an old friend at the bottle of Mylanta.
Yeah.
So, by the way, it is genius. My doctor says Mylanta.
Instead of what?
No, that was like the tagline back in the day.
My doctor says Mylanta. That is good. That
beautiful,
is really
beautiful.
Good. That is nice.
And then you just go, copywriting where you could sob, and you go, what else do they pitch? Your doctor says, it's not like my favorite moves, Mylanta, or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like what else was cast aside to arrive there? But I've been doing these sort of 5 p.m. ish yoga classes, 5, 6 around town here. And I had eaten later than I knew, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Okay.
But I had eaten lunch, like what turned out to be 2 hours before class. Yeah. Okay. That's a different schedule. Okay. So I it was like I was finished at 3:30 and the class was at 5:30 or something. I don't know. But the point was, and then I drank a Celsius on the way to class. Okay. And I get there, and this was like one of the greatest yoga classes I've ever taken. And
wow,
I was so led on a journey that even though I was feeling like it was coming up my throat, either I had eaten or it just, there was a burning coming up my throat that felt like a bubble of the Celsius. You know what I mean? Like, like something was not right.
Hell.
I was still like going as deep as I could with every inversion. There were a couple times where I was like, I might have to go to the bathroom and like get this up or whatever. Like I was like, I was so into what was happening that I was like pushing through arguably the most uncomfortable thing that's ever happened to me, like in a yoga class. But the class was that good.
That's incredible.
Okay? And when the class ended, I was like standing outside and I was like, do I book it to the street? Cause I could feel, and then just due to that for the rest of the night, like I'd completely like burned the esophagus in some way with acid, where I sat down to eat. I couldn't get anything down that wasn't bland. Okay. I was just eating flour tortillas and then laid down like, well, I just have to lay down on a chair, my new favorite chair in my current Airbnb. It just feels like my chair. And, sent my lover, well, he offered and I accepted, out to CVS to get a bag full of things, Mylanta, Tums, etc.
No Prilosec?
And no, Pepsid. Is that the same thing?
I don't know, but Prilosec, they've done something with the science, and the box is beautiful. It's like purple with unbelievable like hologramic.
Oh yeah, I've seen
hologram
that.
Effect.
Holographic.
Holographic. Thank you. And I was astonished. The beauty is almost dangerous. Like, kids are gonna think this is candy.
Yeah, classic.
It's not candy. It's Prilosec.
It wasn't. But it wasn't like actually.
It didn't even deserve a laugh.
It
didn't even deserve a laugh.
Well, I wasn't laughing like I wasn't like doing a fake laugh at your wit. No, I was more just laughing. Like,
I know. No, I feel safe. I feel safe with you.
I was laughing at you. Don't worry.
I feel safe with you.
But anyway, I woke up the next morning. It was fine.
Okay, great.
But I was like, but that night, I mean, I couldn't believe it because I was like, I'm going to go to bed.
The stomach is crazy.
Hungry, essentially.
Oh my God.
I was like, this is unbelievable. I was nibbling on these flour tortillas, like, that'll go down, that'll go down. I had a little guacamole, like, which to me sounds like the mildest thing in the world. Burning.
No. Guacamole.
Yeah, because there was some spice in there, but, and then, it was very, as I always say, it's always exciting to have a new element, to unlock a new part of the CVS floor that used to not be relevant for me, but then was.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't get a new tool without a new problem. So, but anyway, it was pretty exciting. Woke up the next day, felt great. It's totally gone. By the way, those Tums, delicious.
Oh yeah.
Powdery, like a little, Smarties kind of
candy. Just really quick, because I want to just get out a quick recommendation in Chicago, because I have eaten here in Chicago for 4 days again at the Viceroy, which I love. And two things. There's a La Colombe across the street from the Viceroy, which is really fabulous when you're traveling, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one for
I know that square well.
I'm not one for a coffee shop specialty drink like a La Colombe. You know what I mean? Like I go in there, I'm getting
like a maple
cortado,
latte or something.
Exactly, or like, or even like I'll get a matcha, but sometimes they go strawberry matcha, this matcha, vanilla matcha,
honey lavender.
No, it's not what I get.
Yeah.
So I'm in there and I see. By the way, landed from Rome to Chicago. Imagine that flight. Imagine getting up premium select. Got lucky with miles. Anyway, the point is. By the way, I watched like 6 episodes of Sex and the City season 2. I was like euphoric, floating.
You watch TV on the plane.
I watched. Well, the way I do.
It's just fun. Yeah, I mean, kind of anyone who does it's kind of interesting to me because for some reason it
instead of a
actually
movie,
slows down the ride for me.
Instead of a movie?
No, just like the way people sit down. Like they came here and paid to watch television, okay? Like with the same way you'd sit down at a restaurant and eat. Like they sit down, like, okay, here we go. Okay, where like to me it's like there if you want it. But like a lot of people like you treat it like
it's the main event.
Playing together and you're watching Tiger Woods stock. Like you're like.
Well, by the way,
forget it. You're like.
I become.
You're like.
I become.
It was your job to take in that doc.
I've considered writing letters of appreciation to airlines because of the entertainment selections that they have. American Airlines, I have to say, and Delta, United.
Yeah.
This is they've got everything from. They've got La Dolce Vita. They've got. What did I see? I was like, are you guys kidding me? They've got the selections. Yeah. Wait, what did I see? I saw something. I go.
Yeah.
I couldn't find this online. You've got it. Who's curating? Who is curating?
Right.
And they fucking got it. I'm like, hey, you want to see that? You want to see that incredible film? You're gonna have to take a flight. You're gonna have to book an American Airlines flight.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait.
Wow.
Huge. This is the hugest moment of the episode. I have a huge film recommendation that you're gonna love.
Can't wait.
On the way to Italy, guess what we watched? This was it Delta? I don't know why. I need to know the airline. Was it Delta?
What was it? It was something peculiar.
Okay. I think
it was Delta.
It was Delta. Godzilla -1, the most recent Godzilla.
Oh wait, am I insane? I think either you told me about this.
No, there's no way because I hadn't
like in the last month, like it would have been like you
I texted
Godzilla
you.
is amazing.
I probably texted it to you.
Okay, so it was amazing, is what you're saying?
Because I saw the most recent Oscars. They won an award or two, and I went, oh.
Really?
And then I kind of heard this thing, and like you just hear. I heard, oh god, the new Godzilla is actually pretty good. You hear that, and you go, okay, sure. Well, the bar couldn't be lower for like big action IP movies or whatever.
Right.
It's cinema. And I need everyone to know that it's cinema.
Japan, a traumatized former fighter pilot.
Don't even. Because the point is, it is fucking cinema. I'm not being facetious. And by the way, the budget was low, and the effects are unbelievable. And it's like a 70s Japanese movie. It is Jacqueline, listen to me. The performances are so astonishing.
So excited.
I was captivated by background actors. Every single actor. Actors that have one line, multiple actors have one line, a couple lines. I was going, what? It's a star. Who is that?
There you go. That's a star. Who is that? Holy shit!
No.
Makes you want to go.
Like Jacqueline,
look
like
at
watch
casting.
it tonight. Watch it tonight.
Like, who cast it?
Who cast it?
That says a lot, doesn't it?
Whoever cast Godzilla -1.
I'm like
astonishing performances, astonishing effects,
That's so cool.
And they fucking
Can't
went
wait to
for
watch
it.
it.
It is. I actually need you to, I'm going to be like, push it to the front, like tonight, like treat yourself.
I'll push it to the front. Push it to the front. I think I'll push it to the top. Maybe it's time for you to watch, Jerry Maguire.
Okay, totally. No.
But like the fact that you just haven't seen Jerry Maguire.
I know. I saw it as a kid.
You did?
Maybe not, actually. I think I just saw the Oscar clips. I saw I feel like Cuba Gooding Jr. win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I have so Pat and a Spat, huge pat to Godzilla -1, phenomenal. Everyone fucking run. I cried. Okay,
Pat and a Spat.
And a Spat. That's what we did at my school. You go around and you go, I have a pat and a spat.
Did they go? We're gonna go around the room and do a pat and a spat.
Yeah, it's intense.
There's all these things. I remember. I used to joke about this with my friend.
You tell people when they hurt your feelings.
It was called. let me guess, the pat's real thin and the spat's got thick and thorny. By the time you get to the spat, the pat is long forgotten.
Oh my God.
March goes in like a pat, not like a spat. That's pretty good.
Say it again. Wait, what'd you say?
Can't bear to.
Please,
It's horrible.
please.
I go, March goes in like a pat, not like a spat. I was just thinking about
No, that was good.
But I remember a thing, I think it was on like a camping trip where they like taught us like glows and blows.
Oh, yeah.
Glows and blows.
Yeah.
And they're
Blows
like,
and a
okay, a couple
thorn
glows,
and a
a couple
couple blows.
blows.
Wait, let me give my spat. Pat to
Oh, yeah.
Godzilla -1, fucking incredible filmmaking and beautiful performances and just exquisite. I'm giving a spat across the fucking face. And it's funny that I'm doing it because it's so many years late. Dark Knight Rises.
Oh.
I actually wanted to look up the critical response. Is that like that's past?
Wait, I want to make sure.
It's bad?
No.
Okay, the Dark
Wait,
Knight.
Dark Knight Rises is the one with the hole.
Yeah.
With Tom Hardy and they're in that deep hole. I mean, I remember loving it all, so I'd have to rewatch.
So Dark Knight.
Really.
So here's what's funny. I thought we were like, okay,
wait, is
what
Dark
should we
Knight
watch? Let's watch
Rises?
a movie.
That's not the one with Heath,
No, that's Dark Knight.
right?
So I comically thought because it was like, oh, let's watch Dark Knight. I was like, ooh, fun. Clicked it. It starts. I go, I don't remember it starting like this. I got confused. I within 2 minutes. It wasn't even like I don't remember this. I was like, this is bad. Like instantly, it was like, wait, this has like a different
yeah.
like just immediately. And it was doing the thing of some recaps like immediately,
Oh, really?
which is so embarrassing.
Like
but-
images from last
but-
time.
By the way,
I don't
suddenly
know.
now
I gotta look.
in a tailspin. Now I'm in a tailspin. Christopher Nolan will never work with me.
Well, I was gonna say like
No.
I don't like I don't know if you're
No,
allowed
but-
to say anything about him. Like he's given us too much.
No, I know. But I think it's okay, and I'm sure he knows. Like, and by the way, what the fuck do you do post Dark Knight? You're in an impossible situation
You make the prestige.
because Dark Knight was transcendent, and then you've got, I mean, the loss of Heath is something that we're still fucking.
I was just
the
watching. You
reverberations
probably
of the
oversent it
loss.
as well. The actors reacting at the Oscars. Just always interested.
Oh,
in
yeah.
what gets
Oh, yeah,
sent,
of
what
course.
gets sent, but that
Yeah,
made
that was in my feed
I'd be
too, honey.
curious to revisit and before because I remember liking that hole that they were in. Like I thought that was interesting.
Hated the whole, but I also was like, honestly, I also fell asleep a couple times, which by the way, actually give a spat to myself because I don't appreciate movie reviews when when the person's asleep for in and
Yeah.
out of it. But so I
Yeah.
can't quite, I mean, it's not, I can't give it a full throated
Yeah.
spat, but I came to a couple times. They were in the hole.
No.
And I kind of threw my arms out.
Wait, but you might have
Going back.
really. I
Maybe I
wonder
loved
if
the
this
hole.
is a fair spat.
I guess I think it might not be.
I'm starting to wonder.
We are very excited about OneSkin. We've mentioned OneSkin several times on the podcast before and begged for their products since we first heard about them. Then what happened? Well, how do I say this? OneSkin is what I call a something's up product. What does that mean? That means I use the products and then I go, wait, something's up. What have I been using? Oh, OneSkin. And that's how I know to keep it in the rotation and keep trying their other products. The big winner for me has been the SPF that I took with me all throughout Europe and just absolutely love the texture of. OneSkin is the world's first skin longevity company. By focusing on the cellular aspects of aging, OneSkin keeps your skin looking and acting younger for longer. Get started today with 15% off using code HAGS at oneskin.co. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code HAGS. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support Berlant Novak and tell them we sent you. Invest in the health and longevity of your skin. With OneSkin, your future self will thank you.
What do you think about this? Doma Cafe, breakfast and lunch. I've gone for 3 days for breakfast at different times, like a 9 a.m., a 10, and like a 10:30 or something. Each time, it's not super packed at all. Each time, birthday celebration.
So it's that kind of place.
No, but it's casual. It's like 2 people. I noticed the first time someone's sitting there, happy birthday, oh, a candle and the cupcake. I go, oh, okay. Second time, it was a little child's birthday. No one else is there. There's like 3 other people there. It's small.
It's
Today
a
we're
cafe.
there.
I forgot.
It's a cafe. It's a restaurant. It's a breakfast lunch spot. And there was this fucking table. Truly almost could have cried. 5 women, maybe in their 80s.
Wow.
One of their birthdays. Someone brings over a candle, and I go, just seems unusual. Like, it's a very casual, kind of fast casual breakfast lunch place. 3 days in a row birthday. What's
does
the
seem
world
curious.
Doesn't that seem interesting?
I must say, it does seem quite curious. Was it irritating? Or
no, it was sweet.
Symbolic.
The little kid, unfortunately, the little kid one was a little irritating because they sat directly next to us. We were in the patio. It was it's one of those things where it's like, you know, when it's like empty and they sit right next to you, you're like,
astonishing, yeah.
Let's take another table.
Well, when that happens,
right
are you allowed to get up and move? Is the point?
So this is
I did that recently.
Exactly
had to. Like, I just want to give you some space, you know.
So actually, 2 things happened. I want to give the full story now of this. Walk into the restaurant, sit, and then I take my number. You order at the counter. I sit down at this table. There's 2 men, very like classic cartoon kind of business guys, but like kind of in athleisure. Immediately the smell of like Axe body spray. Like,
well,
so,
this
like,
is unacceptable. Like, I had to move recently.
I was like, oh, so well. Guess what happened?
Shouldn't be allowed in restaurants.
and one of them has their laptop open.
Cologne
and this I
check
find really
on the way in.
fucking rude. I know. This I find really rude, and I actually almost said something. He's got his backpack in a place where I have to almost do acrobatics to not step on it, or like he didn't do the thing that it's a banquette against the wall where someone's coming, let me move my shit out of the way.
And they go,
he
you're
just lets
fine.
it ride. He just lets
dead
it
center
ride.
between
So
you, dead center.
Dead center, and like
Right.
I have to like,
and you have a
and
bag.
I have to. No, I just had like a purse, but it was like I had to really move around his bag. I sit down, immediately the Axe body spray floods my nose, and then I'm hearing him go, yeah, well, like, I mean, typical cybersecurity. Anyone that tells me, speaking quite loud, like, anyone that wants to ask, anyone who's out in the field who asks about cyber, whatever, I was like, oh my God. So then I go,
Incredible.
I can't do this. So I go, I'm moving. So I immediately get up, and I have to move his bag.
Yeah. Waiting for him to notice that you're
bit.
forced to move his bag.
That
and go,
I'm
so
trapped
sorry.
in.
Yeah.
So I couldn't believe it. So I go, these motherfuckers. So then we go outside, basically empty, nice and closed outdoor patio. Sit down. Within 4 minutes, in comes a little child, maybe 4 years old, with the parents. It's a kid's birthday. And they sit directly next to us, which is fine. But I was a little bit like, by the way, it's spacious. Like, sit somewhere else.
Why did they choose that spot? Was there something really good about your section of the patio?
No, honestly, no. And then the kid, here's what was unfortunate.
Yeah.
He was like knocking my chair, kind of doing the kid thing
Classic.
of like
rocking back and forth.
and then
yeah.
And then here's the classic thing too. The cough of a child, which is of course untamed.
Wet and open. Yeah.
And it's deep. It was wet, open. It was right there.
Yeah.
And I go,
it's shaped like this.
And listen, and it's not like the lunch ain't cheap. You know what I mean? So it's like, and I just felt sad. I was like, oh my God, like I'm not going to enjoy my food because I'm just going to be. And so I said to Naomi, I go, can we move? And they, God bless them, they're like, it's fine. Like, just,
Yeah.
Because it would be so clearly to get away from the child.
But then they look at you and you go, oh, just giving you space because, he's knocking my chair and coughing on my ass.
Yeah. No, totally. And so we stayed and it was fine. And then we were, of course, listening to every conversation and dissecting the marriage. And so we had a lot to talk about. It was really fun. So it ended up being
Did I tell you that I went to
that way, but
the only table left at a banquet kind of type of thing with little tables? I think I might have already told you about this. It was just like last week. It was like, well, we have that one left and that one left. Right. And glance over and one is like not what I want. And then the banquet one is there's a couple of people around it. And then there's like, a fucking pram again, the word. Okay. Not a stroller, but full, baby on its back. Right.
Yeah.
Sleeping, whatever. And so it's like between the two tables is the rock, the pushing back and forth, the sleeping baby, like on its wheels, right? Like, right? The baby's asleep. And it's sort of like, I kind of glance at it and I almost have this moment of like, I feel bad that I'm almost hesitating at that, like at sitting next to that.
Right.
But
yeah,
it's also somewhat legitimate,
okay.
right? Because it's just like,
of course,
first of all, it is in the shared space, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of like the baby's as close to me as it is to its family, right?
Yeah.
And it's, you know, a very living thing, a very vulnerable thing.
Yeah. Very living.
That is an agent of chaos, potentially,
Yes,
right? So
of course.
you're sitting right next to a risk, right?
Yeah.
But I felt like, yeah, I mean, I guess there's no reason I
Shouldn't. Yeah.
won't, you know,
yeah.
like I sat there and it was totally fine. Although I did feel a little bit like there's this open wound right next to me, you know, like there's this
Yeah.
profoundly vulnerable thing right next to
Yeah,
me. Like what if
totally,
like, my tea
totally.
knocks right into
Of
the
course.
pram?
It's terrifying. Yeah.
You know, like, and I
wait.
don't know if what I expect, like no glancing up and being like, you know, I don't know. Like, I guess I was like, not a single glance from the mother upon my entry.
I agree.
You know
I
what
agree.
I mean? Like just something like, I don't even know what, like even just checking to see that I'm all there.
They're not a lunatic. I know.
Yeah.
They don't have scissors
interesting.
in either hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're finishing the episode, but I just want to wrap up because I dropped it. My really quick how I don't get special drinks at coffee shops, but listen to this.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
So going to La Colombe, landed Rome to Chicago, completely fucking delirious. Let's get a coffee, go in. And there it is, advertised. Strawberry oat matcha on draft. And I go, it's not really what so I order a coffee, and then I said to her, Jacqueline, I literally was like, sorry, I'm so out of it. I was like, we're so jet lagged. We just got in from Italy.
It's one of the most, it's outrageous. Okay. It's not like even that no one does it or like, I'm trying to think if I ever do it. It's like, it's something about how in you reach for it like so quickly. It's right there waiting.
Okay. But then I said, I go, wow, strawberry matcha. I go, you're going to love this. I go, could I get just a sample of that? Like, because it's just like pulled on the tap. It's like,
all right,
just like
cool.
And
Fair enough.
she goes, she kind of hesitates for a second. She goes, oh, sure. And then I went, I'm very loyal to La Colombe. I go to La Colombe all the time.
No,
that's the truth. That's the truth.
I know, but it's just...
so then I get my coffee. I have my little taster of the strawberry matcha, and I go, oh, this shit is fucking good. Okay, and my number one fear, of course, would be like sickeningly sweet. Like to me, those drinks are like, oh, they're too sweet. When I tell you, I get on an OCD hyperfixation, I can't stop thinking about it. I wake up in the morning the next day, the first thing on my
fantastic.
mind. My eyes, the sample, my eyes open. I go to Naomi, I'm like,
yeah.
I want to get the strawberry matcha today. The first thing's out of my mouth. It's like, okay. So then eventually trotting over there, so excited. And by the way, almost having hesitation. Oh, should we split one? Like I'm starting to get like, oh, I don't know. I'm getting cold feet. I order it.
So strange.
I know.
For the financial,
no, not for financial.
or...
Not for financial. Just like, I don't know. It's fucking divine. And I just want to say the headline is it's not too sweet. So everyone out there, the La Colombe strawberry matcha on tap in the store is what I'm talking
confused by matcha on tap and what that means.
So sorry. I want to clarify because I watched them make it, of course, with a hawk's glance. So they put ice in the cup. Then they have the matcha in kind of a squeeze bottle that they've pre-made.
Okay.
So the matcha goes in there. They fill it up
and
over the ice.
Pre-made, like it's water and powder has been mixed into some kind of density. Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they put the matcha in. And then on the tap, oh, honey, they bring in that oat the nitro oat foam or whatever the fuck. I am on all knees.
Good.
I'm on my fucking knees barking like a seal.
Yeah.
It's so good. And I said to her, I had to come back for it. And she literally goes, did you get good sleep? Did you get rest?
You go, thanks, doll. I really appreciate it.
By the way, my big plan was to get it before Poog. It didn't happen, but I'm looking at the clock and I'm going.
Yeah, you could be drinking it right now.
I might get that. I'm tempted to go. Can I go get one right now before the AMA?
You know what I'd say? What? Absolutely. That's everything I stand for is. Oh no, you mean before we do our other recording?
Yeah, I meant right now.
Oh wait, I forgot about Product Corner. Normally I would wait, but I forgot about Product Corner. Act 4 we have to do. And if you're not signed up, and
if
you
you're
think
not
there's a chance this podcast is going to continue in 6 months' time, if
by the way,
don't triple,
talk about Product Corner because I'm going to tease you with my product from Product Corner.
Shit?
Oh, listen to this.
Tease away
I'm going to tease
now.
this so hard. I want to tell you about a product.
Corner.
I'm going to talk about a product that I texted you about, Jacqueline, in all caps. Because I went,
trying to remember.
This is going to be my life now. I have a huge announcement. After using this product for 6 days, and I want you to listen really carefully here.
Oh, wait, I think I know what it is.
Interesting.
You said it's real, right?
Yep.
You go, it's real.
I go, this is interesting. I'm seeing lines fading on my forehead. I'm seeing diminishment of fine lines. I go, I'm seeing general skin glowing. What the fuck is going on? And like an advertisement for a skin product, because I wear sunscreen every day and I wear tinted sunscreen every day.
Yeah.
I go, I'm not even putting the tinted. I go, the no makeup.
All right, so Product Corner will go hard on this.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, just to be very clear, okay, Product Corner is Act 4. If you're a premium subscriber, what does that mean?
Starting at $5, your episode's longer, and you get AMA. And we want to thank so much everyone who is funding, creating, you are producers. If you can spare the cash, you are producing the show, and we love you and we thank you, and we thank all our listeners. Okay, on we go. Love you.
Off to Act 4 we go.